when staying became the braver choice. How I chose deeper fulfillment without blowing up my life. I felt like I was drowning, desperately unfulfilled in my marriage. As a high-achieving, recovering perfectionist, I was determined to find a way out other than divorce. I wasn't interested in blowing up my life. I love my husband. We laugh, we have fun, we share beautiful history. But I couldn't ignore the quiet ache. During meditation one morning, a lyric dropped into my awareness like a pebble in still water. A line from an old Pink Floyd song about two people described as lost souls circling around inside a fishbowl. The fact that this lyric dropped so clearly caught my attention. I sat in silence, letting it echo. Lost souls, circling around inside a fishbowl. Year after year. And then with fierce clarity, I declared, no more. No more circling. No more containment. No more compromising parts of myself to keep the waters calm. That lyric didn't just float into my mind. It splashed ice-cold water on my face. I had outgrown the fishbowl. Something inside me shifted instantly. I intuitively knew fulfillment had many facets. I wasn't facing an all-or-nothing scenario. It was about choosing something different for myself, without blaming, judging, or fixing. Part of me longed for more depth and empathy. But due to his neurodiversity, empathy and emotional depth didn't come naturally to him. I've always known that. So I did the one thing I knew I needed to. I made the long overdue choice to stop diluting myself. I became deeply intimate with myself, my needs, my emotions, my longings, and most importantly, with my truth. And I found the fulfillment I was craving within myself. I was able to enjoy what was already good between us without sacrificing any part of myself in the process. The decision was instant, but came with the sort of internal juggling that felt at times like navigating a storm into calm waters. It required radical honesty. And with each wave, something new emerged. Clarity, aliveness, deeper presence, perspective shift, and an intimacy with the sweetness of life itself that had nothing to do with how anyone else showed up. I stopped not only my pattern, but our pattern. I stopped holding expectations he wasn't designed for. I stopped restricting myself by holding on to stories and beliefs that weren't actually true. I no longer felt like I was screaming silently underwater. Instead, I started to pierce the depths of my own soul and dance unapologetically in the light. In doing so, my entire world began to change in miraculous ways. This is living unrestricted through the path of intimate connection to yourself and the world around you. This is glorious inner fulfillment. And this is the work I do, guiding women to the freedom of whole life fulfillment. If you're ready to bask in fulfillment, I invite you to visit unrestrictedintimacy.com. Now for today's moment of reflection, take a nice deep, long breath in and out. Feel yourself settle and relax a little more. And ask yourself, where in your life have you outgrown the fishbowl? What would it look like to break outdated patterns and live intimately fulfilled without restrictions? Because you are worthy of whole life fulfillment.